Hello, my name is Oli Sorenson, and today I'd like to introduce you to my latest work, soon showing at Optica Gallery in Montreal. First of all, I should mention the title, which is Antimap. This is a title that is inspired by some French friends of mine, a collective called Anti-VJ, and they were the first to coin the video mapping technique, which is now very popular in digital art festivals. So in presenting such a process in an art gallery, what I'm doing is questioning the widening gap between digital arts and visual arts. I'm questioning the reason for such a separation to happen. And here, what I'm doing is presenting an example of works that do bridge the gap between the two. What I'm showing here is both digital art in the form of a video installation and visual art in the shape of a painting. Both have qualities of their own, but when you show them together, they become much stronger. Most urgently, I think paintings are helping digital artworks to stop this trend of constantly falling into obsolescence with Moore's law that says that every 2 years, computers and their content have to be reinvented into something twice as powerful, or they can't stand the test of time. If you look at an electronic artwork that is just a few years old, you'll often be disappointed by the low resolution, or sometimes you can't even open it because the software you used is out of date. So there's this constant need to back up, update, or even remake the work for it to keep up with the current technology. And this is also true about photography, since it became digital. Photos can now be infinitely manipulated via Photoshop, and in the process, they've lost their documentary role. Meanwhile, paintings have gone through many centuries, relatively unaltered, and with this in mind, I would argue that paintings can now reclaim their status as documents that they lost at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. So this is why I chose to take a snapshot of the video installation and place it onto the painting. First of all, to show the ephemeral quality of the installation. However, the painting is showing a vulnerable side if we reduce it only to its role of document, because it may lose its much valued self-referential autonomy. Sure, these black and white lines don't show any organic figures, but we still can't call these abstract because they're directly referring to the installation on the opposite wall. So this way, it's more or less a portrait of the installation. This is very much the dialogue we're working on here. Both works are interdependent, they complement each other, and cannot function as well outside of the group dynamic I put them in. To me, this reflects my thoughts about contemporary culture, which is created in a much more participatory way, because we're living in an age of networks. I'm not using the metaphor of broadcasting or cinema screening, where the projector could be seen as a transmitter and the screen as a receiver, but the metaphor of network society. What's coming out of the projector is not the final product, but only part of the image, which is then distorted onto the different surfaces, which participate in multiplying the video patterns into many different topologies, which are locally altering what's coming out globally from the projector. This way I find the screens are not passive anymore. What's coming out of the projector can't be seen as monolithic anymore. So this pretty much sums up my take on the exhibition I set up at Optica Gallery. Everything is interrelated and can't be so much viewed in isolation.